Hey everyone, welcome to the
Very Cool Science Show.
In this video, we'll be looking at the radium ghosts and the tragic yet impactful history behind them. First, let's go all the way back to when radium was first discovered. On December 21st, 1898, Marie and Pierre Curie discovered the radioactive element radium, which they extracted from the ore uraninite. 5 years after that, they won a Nobel Prize in Physics for their discovery, making Marie Curie the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. Before the dangers of radium were made known to the public, radium was thought to be the elixir of life. As such, it was heavily commercialized and used in everyday objects. Here are a few examples.
Hoping to get you a pearly white spreader? Try radioactive toothpaste. Is that a sad, boring piece of toast? Spread on some radium butter for a tasty treat. Looking worn out? Don't forget to treat your skin with Radium Cosmetics for that bright, youthful look.
Soon, when Dr. Sabin von Sorsky mixed radium salts with zinc sulfide and a glue agent, he managed to obtain a pale glowing paint, which he called the undark paint. This paint glows as radium causes the zinc atoms to emit photons. Soldiers in World War I often have difficulty in telling time in the dark, so this paint was soon used. This glow-in-the-dark paint was a really useful invention, as it could allow soldiers to tell the time in the dark. Moreover, the dim glow of radium paint was beneficial for the soldiers compared to normal light, as they could tell the time without giving away their positions. Soon later, the military signed a contract with the company US Radium to produce wristwatches with glowing dials for soldiers. Besides producing such watches for soldiers, these new watches soon became all the rage among the general public as well. There was soon a surge in dial painting jobs available. Indeed, these jobs paid quite well for young women who were seen as perfectly suited to do this delicate task due to their small hands. The girls earned 1.5 cents per dial painted. Not only that, as radium had been widely touted for its health benefits, getting to work with it seemed like an additional bonus. At that point in time, the dangers of radium weren't widely known to the general public yet. Despite the fact that US radium chemists had been writing up reports on the risk of excessive exposure to radium, the girls were told that the paint was completely safe and were even encouraged to use their lips and tongues to keep their brushes as finely tipped as possible for precisely painted dials. Having been assured it was completely harmless, the girls also often painted their fingernails and even teeth with it so that they would glow at night. Here is a short clip from the Radium Girls documentary.
Paint our faces up and put mustaches, and a couple of girls painted their ears, and I just said I always did paint, by my nostrils here, and done my eyebrows, and done a mustache and a chin.
As you might have imagined, these girls quickly started to develop odd medical symptoms that the doctors couldn't comprehend. One girl who painted dials developed anemia and began having jaw and tooth pain, along with arthritic symptoms. When her dentist attempted to remove one of the aching teeth, part of her jaw ended up breaking away at the same time. Soon, her gums and cheeks rotted away, ultimately resulting in a hole in her cheek. Her health continued to deteriorate, and she was dead within a month of having her tooth pulled. At the same time, in another factory, 4 other girls had recently died, and many more were ill with strikingly similar symptoms. Soon later, there was a huge judgment that took place against the radium paint companies. Even though there were lots of social backlash against the girls, the workers won in the end and got compensation. Nevertheless, many lives were lost in the process. Radium dial watches were soon discontinued too, as the watches were extremely radioactive and dangerous for human health. Did you know there is actually a movie on the Radium Girls? Here is the trailer.
Welcome to American Radium. You are paid 1 cent per dial.
I don't know what's wrong with her.
I'm dizzy. My joints ache. I lost a tooth and 2 others are loose. Do you know what's wrong with me?
Absolutely nothing. You're healthy as a horse.
Where do you work?
American Radium.
We're dial painters. We believe that exposure to radium can cause devastating tissue damage.
Radium is good for you. Everyone knows that.
What does this mean for us?
We take American Radium down. There's a doctor that can test if your bones are radioactive.
Bessie, you sound crazy. I'm not losing my job over this.
They did a study years ago.
They own it.
Own research.
That's absurd.
It's like owning gravity.
American Radium is denying the harmful effects of radium.
All they have to do is run out the clock.
They could drag this out for years.
I'm doing it, no matter what.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Everyone put down your brushes. Radium is poison. Bessie, you're trespassing. I won't abandon you.
They're trying to silence you. They must be stopped.
Really think you can beat American Radium?
I am going to make American Radium pay for what they've done. We're gonna win.
That is all for part 1 of the video. Check out the next video for how radiation kills.